Okay, let's take a look at the one-on-one lessons in the books of the Bible using word clouds. Here we see 18 different lessons on various doctrinal topics in the Bible, the Word of God, and verses to look up or a deeper level to go to study each of these things. Notice the one spoken by the prophets, became flesh, framed the worlds, characteristics of the Word of God, attacked and deceitfully handled, other names by which the Word of God goes, and our response to what we learn about the Word of God. So you can go through all 18 of these lessons. These are used in one-on-one discipleship at First Bible Baptist Church. We have booklets that explain each of these lessons, and this is sort of a summarization and computerized approach to those booklets. Also, if you click here, it takes you to an outline of the Bible in terms of the major breakdowns in the Bible. If you go to poetry, for example, it starts with the book of Job and has verse references that you can click on and look up in Bible Gateway. So that's pretty much a description of the discipleship lessons that are available. Then we have the books of the Bible using word clouds. Here we have a metaphor for this bookcase of the Bible with the 66 books and the various sections. Here's a description of how the word clouds were created and how to use them, and some of the other material that's in the word cloud study. Let's look, for example, at the book of Genesis now. When we click on Genesis, this is what we call a word cloud. Each one of these words in the word cloud is linked to a search in Bible Gateway. So if we click on Jacob, for example, it studies all the occurrences of Jacob in the book of Genesis. There's 150 of them, and this gives us a list of the verses down here. Here's the first occurrence in the book of Genesis. So you can go through and read about Jacob. He's an important character in the book of Genesis, and it shows up in the word cloud as an important word. And you can see the other important words after taking out common words. Okay, so everything in this study is linked to a search on Bible Gateway, or you can go back to the bookshelf where we just started our study. This is a list of all the three-word phrases with more than two occurrences in the book of Genesis. If we click here, it'll take us to that section. We see the most frequent occurrence of a three-word phrase in the book of Genesis is the land of. It occurs 93 times. And if we click here, this will search out all of those occurrences in the book of Genesis. The land of Nod, the land of Shinar, and so on. You can learn some interesting things by looking at important three-word phrases. Okay, going back to the top, we see unique phrases. These are phrases that occur only in the book of Genesis. So 32 times the phrase years and begat shows up. So this is probably related to genealogies in the book of Genesis, or chronologies. If we click that, we'll see that Adam lived 130 years and begat a son, in his own likeness, and called his name Seth. Okay, and then the other thing, we could go back to the top, but it's right here. These are the unique words in the book of Genesis, and they occur in no other books. For example, here's Peniel, the face of God, and that shows up once here. And Jacob called the name of the place Peniel, for I have seen God face to face, and my life is preserved. So that's how we use the word clouds to study the Bible. We have... Let me go back to the main page here. We'll go to the top and click on back to the bookshelf. And that's about it for that study.